Before you jump into trying to develop communication skills in either collaboration or competition, as I was talking about earlier in the week, something that's really helpful in a universal sense is personal discipline. Fundamentally, this is the idea that you are able to do what needs to get done regardless of your feelings about its priority or its necessity and whatnot. A lot of times our feelings can mislead us into doing things that are not very good for us. And so even if there are external constraints, someone might need our help, or some emergency comes up that drives us away from a particular task or activity, or whatever it is, those external things are not helpful. But if the internal motivation to accomplish something isn't there, then it's not going to get done even with those external constraints removed. Personal discipline allows you to say, hey, I may want to do something else, but I need to do this particular thing, and so I'm going to focus on trying to get it done. An example from my life is that I often have trouble with focus when it comes to projects, and I like to use external circumstances as an excuse to cover for my internal failures of discipline. So I will say, for example, with these morning thoughts, I have some other task that's more important that I need to do. I have some other thing that's, coming up, which I should focus on instead. When the reality is that this takes a few minutes to record. It takes a few more minutes to put it into a video and then upload it to YouTube. And so in the grand scheme of things, if I really don't have that 10 to 15 minutes at the most to invest into this particular activity, I guess, what does that say about me? Especially if there's nothing that says I can't do it. There's no pressing need or anything like that. If I can't find 15 minutes in the day just to sit down, record something, and put it together and then upload it, if I can't make 15 minutes, how am I going to get any sort of big projects done? If I have free time, how am I going to do anything other than just fill it with junk? Little distractions, games and entertainment and all that kind of thing. It's not that those are bad in and of themselves, but if that's all I was doing and I was not focusing, if I was not showing discipline to get things done that need to get done, then those do become a bad thing. They become like I said, a distraction. It's no longer just about relaxation. It's about, I'm not going to do what I'm supposed to do, and this thing is going to enable me to do that and pass the time. So if you're trying to figure out how to develop skills and all that kind of stuff, start with personal discipline. When it comes to communication modes, like I was saying earlier this week, collaboration requires that you put aside your personal biases and preferences for the sake of what the direction that the rest of the group is going. So especially if you're not the leader of a particular activity or whatnot, your job is not going to be to redirect everybody's attention wherever you want. Your job is going to be to help support the collaborative effort. And so personal discipline comes into play there in the sense that if you're going to be stuck in your own head, if you're going to make excuses for why you don't need to participate, why your contributions don't matter, or why they shouldn't matter, or whatnot, if you're going to be sabotaging from inside your own head, then it doesn't matter whether the group runs into external difficulties or not. You're not going to be much help, and you're not going to be very welcome in that sort of a setting for very long. Likewise with competition or conflict-oriented communication modes. If the goal is just to, be an antagonist, then again, it's not going to be an enjoyable process for other people to invite you to be a part of. The benefit from competition comes from a genuine pushback, but that pushback can very quickly go off topic, in that when it appears you might be on the quote-unquote losing side of an argument, instead of being able to just say, okay, so the side that I was researching for or supporting has proved out to be untrue or insufficiently whatever, I guess, it's not good enough. The argument wasn't well thought out or whatnot. Instead of being able to take that with stride and go, okay, I can go back and figure out if I need to do it again, or maybe there's just nothing there. Instead of being able to do that, it's going to get personal, where instead of dealing with the discussion on topic, it's going to become side-railed. The lack of personal discipline is going to say, well, even if I'm losing on topic, if I can win off topic, then this time will not have been wasted. So in both cases, from earlier this week with respect to communication, and even with solving problems, again, if you don't have the personal discipline to say, all right, this problem needs to be solved, this struggle needs to be addressed, and you don't have the ability to set how you feel about it aside, maybe there's resentment about the fact you have to even deal with it in the first place or whatnot, don't let how you feel get in the way of getting it done. Practice being able to just get stuff done when it needs to get done, set the time apart for things that are important, and then stick to it, even if it doesn't feel like it's something that you really, really, really want to do. So maybe it's a video, maybe it's prayer, maybe it's a study of the Bible, maybe it's reading a book, maybe it's learning a new talent, maybe it's, just spending time with friends and family. Whatever it is, personal discipline will help you achieve it. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.